So May 1st, May 2nd, day 1, day 2. We'll consider it as regular classes, day 1, day 2. So demo day 1, day 2 is over. Okay. So regular classes day 1, day 2, we discussed about application, types of applications like framework application and implementation application. And using framework application, we can create within framework application, we can create common functionalities. And coming to implementation application, we can create specific functionalities. Any functionalities that we create in framework will be accessible to implementation, but not vice versa. Okay, that's what the point we discussed. So what is the reason that we create application structure to have framework and implementation both? The reason is very simple. The advantages of creating structure like this, those are reusability and easy to extend, easy to maintain, and even financial advantage will be there when we sell it as a product. And after that, we discussed about operator ID. What is operator ID? Login ID we use to log into PRPC to access its applications. That is called as operator ID. And later we discussed about OOTB term. OOTB means out of the box, which means built-in components, built-in rules available in Pega are called as OOTB rules. And that is day 1. Day 2, regular class, we discussed about we have seen how to create a new application, that is framework and implementation. We have done practical. We have seen how to practically create framework application and implementation application. I will open the diagram what we have seen on the other day. See, this is the diagram. Like, see, Pega platform is already available with OOTB features. This is called as enterprise framework. This is called as enterprise framework. And on top of Pega platform, we created our own business related framework. On top of the business related framework, we created implementation. So business framework can access the functionalities from Pega platform, and implementation can access the functionalities from business framework as well as Pega platform. Both it can access in the hierarchy. Clear? That's what we have discussed. This is called as situation layer cake. Make sense? Everyone clear? This diagram also I have attached into that particular class, Google Classroom. Yesterday evening I have attached there. Okay, you can go and see. So this is about day 2. We have done practically creating application framework and implementation application. At that time, overall, once we complete everything exactly as per the diagram, we got the result. Okay, our framework is created on top of Pega platform, and our implementation is created on top of framework. Make sense? Everyone clear? That's what we have done. Okay. So today day 3. Do you have any questions about day 1, day 2? And I have asked you one question. See, we have some built-in rules in Pega, right? Built-in rules in Pega. I mean, like built-in functional components that are available in Pega platform. Those are called as out-of-the-box rules. Out-of-the-box rules. When these are already available, provided within the system, why these are called as out-of-the-box? Why not inside the box? That's the question I have asked you. So I have requested you guys to check with someone who is working on Pega and get yours.
So he told me that because it is already predefined in Pega platform, all the components are built in, like sending in notification.
Whatever it is, okay.
So it is already predefined with the platform, so it is called as this OOTB rules.
That is the question I have asked. It is already predefined within the platform. Then why don't you call it is inside the box? Why are you calling it is out of the box?
Maybe the thoughts of the guys like out of
something
It's built on top of OOTB, right, Harsha?
Means
so that's
what?
thoughts and which they are
something we cannot create, and that was given by Pega systems.
You are saying the same. We cannot create that is created by Pega systems. That's my question. Pega systems created something, right? Why I am calling it is out of the box? It's the term out of the box means built in. Predefined, ready-made, already available in the system. When you purchase it,
Yeah,
you will
maybe
get
it
it.
is like, no, I'm saying maybe it is like we are creating our box and Pega's work is outside
Correct.
our box
That is
and
correct.
it's going in.
Perfect.
Okay.
See, the reason is this one, simple. Where is it? Diagram. So, see, your focus should always be here. We created our own box. This is our application. So, all business will run where? In our application. For our application, this is out of the box. This is our box. For our application, Pega platform is what? Outside our application. From Pega application, we are trying to access. Yes or no? That's why it is called as out of the box. So this is our box. This is our box. Anything that we want to create, we will create inside our boxes. If you are accessing something from Pega related Pega platform, that's not our box. That is out of the box. You're getting it from there. Understand clear? So how many of you got this answer when you ask other people? How many of you have asked first of all? Only you did not get it. You did not get this one. You did not get this one. See why I will ask you and check with the people who are already working on Pega. It's not. It's that you need to understand at what level you are being given the training. Okay. See the way you think is really going to be far better than the way we are going to learn here and the way we are going to think here to understand the tool and the development. It is really going to be far better than someone who is already working in IT industry. Okay, so those people are already working but still they are not able to say this. It doesn't mean that they are not knowledgeable. They might be knowledgeable, they might not have thought about this anytime before, but you are learning equivalent to real-time employees. Not only this question, I will ask you so many questions like this going forward. Okay, so remember this one and we'll see in future also. Okay, so we'll start now our today's session. Yesterday what we have done is,
Sorry,
yes
can we
please.
ask the questions from yesterday's session
No, at
first
the
or?
end of the session. At
Yeah,
10
okay.
o'clock, 10 o'clock to 10:15, we will go by questions.
Okay,
10 to
fine. Thank you.
10:15, questions related to yesterday's class or something.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
so this 1 hour is for our. Hmm? One more OOTB. Yeah? See, I will explain again OOTB. It is very simple. See, you understand that box, right? Box contains functionalities, correct? This is box 1, box 2, box 3. These two boxes are related to our application, correct? So our application processing will start in our own boxes, correct? Anything we want to create by ourselves, we will create either here or either here. This is our box. If you are trying to access a component from PRPC, from which box you will access? Box 3. This one, let's say this is third box. Okay, 1, 2, and this is third one. This is not ours. We did not create. This is an outside box. We are trying to access the functionalities from Pega platform, which is not our application, outside application, but connected. So that's why it is called as out of the box. Clear? Learning out of the box is very, very important. That's the most important thing. Okay. See, online students, when you answer something, you have to go back to mute. Okay. So after you answer or responding for some question, make sure that you are going to mute from your end. Otherwise, it will be difficult for others to be in the meeting. Okay, give me 1 minute. Where is that option? Mute all.
That beside the cross mark.
Here. Because this environment has been changed. They updated it. That's I am also struggling. So since past 10 days only we are accessing. Previously, it's a old environment. Okay, completely changed. Now here you go. Yesterday we created our application. Okay. See, I am not only going to teach you Pega, I will tell you about the real-time way of explanation also I'll give you. There are two different terms called forward engineering and second one is backward engineering. What is that? You might have heard about this one in the past, all of you. Forward engineering means creating from scratch. Okay. Backward engineering means already created, you are trying to examine to understand. Okay, this is also called as reverse engineering. Reverse engineering. See, if you want to construct a wall from basement, you start and construct the wall. Okay, you constructed it. And someone else wanted to understand how you have constructed because they wanted to modify it. If they want to modify that, something enhancements they wanted to do. If they want to enhance it, should they have to understand about the existing construction or not? You already constructed one house. On top of it, I want to build one more. Should I examine already constructed one? That's called reverse engineering. Backward engineering. Which one is difficult? Forward engineering is very easy. Backward engineering is difficult. Okay. Those who are good at backward engineering, they will be number one. If you know backward engineering very well, forward engineering obviously you can do. Okay. You have knowledge about forward engineering. It doesn't mean that you can be backward engineer. You are a backward engineering means you also have forward engineering ability. Okay. Now, yesterday what we have done is forward engineering. We started creating application from the scratch. Everything is done. Usually you need to go by reverse engineering when in case of enhancements, change request, troubleshooting, and bug fixing. These are the things where you need to deal with reverse engineering. Means already constructed, there is one leakage. How do I deal with that leakage? I need to bug fix. I am going to fix the bug. I need to clearly understand from where it is coming, exactly what is the root cause of this particular leakage in the wall, and then I have to fix it at the appropriate place. Then it will be working fine, right? That's called bug fixing. So I want to enhance it. I want to construct one more floor. I will reverse engineer the existing one and appropriately I will be enhancing it. Otherwise, already construction is there. They are asking some modifications, change request. It's not enhancements. It is called as change request. Means already it is there, you modify it. Enhancement means already it is there, you enhance it to the next level. Okay. So these are all the requirements. For all this to do, you need to reverse engineer. Okay. Now I will raise one question from what we have worked on yesterday. The question is, yesterday's requirement was create one framework application on top of Pega platform. We did it, completed. And the second requirement is create implementation application on top of the business framework which we created. These are the two requirements. We started working on it. First application, we have chosen this framework application type and all, and we clicked on to create on Pega platform. What do we need to click on? Build from scratch. Build from scratch we clicked on, and we have chosen type of application as FW, and we created with all the other parameters chosen. Completed, created, done. Second application you started, by mistake you have chosen build from scratch only. What did you choose? You have chosen build from scratch. Here you have chosen implementation and you created it. Actual requirement given, by mistake you did like this. Okay. So it is created, everything is done. But later you realized that, okay, I have to create my implementation on top of Pega framework, which I forgot to do. But framework is okay. Framework you created on Pega platform as per the requirement, this is correct. As per the requirement, this we have made a mistake of creating it on top of Pega platform instead of framework. Understand clear? Now we need to fix it. If you want to fix it, what do you need to know? You need to know about the design, the two relation. Where is the relation defined between application? At the time of forward engineering, I told you click here, click there, click here, click there. You did it and you will get as it is. But clicking on build from scratch, my application got created on Pega platform. That means Pega platform is built on application for framework. At the time of creation, clicking on framework application will become built on application for my implementation. But where is this relation? It should be somewhere defined, right? For current application, there should be some built on application. For that, there should be another built on application if the hierarchy is there. Where is this relation defined? Now we will try to reverse engineer to know about the design links, where these links are there. Everyone clear what we are going to discuss about? Online students.
Yes, sir.
That will be the solution for this question. This problem we have just now we have right. That will be the solution. Understanding that. So dev.impl at the rate implementation application. First I will log into framework application. First I will log into where? Framework. Otherwise I will take two browsers and show you why to log off and log in back. Okay, login to implementation itself will be fine. I will log into implementation. What is our application? dev.impl at the rate libe.com. I am going to log into implementation application. First I will explain you, later I will give you screenshots. Okay. Okay, see here now. See, this is where we know how to come to this particular place. See, presently I logged into implementation application. For my implementation application, what is the built-on application? Framework application. Where is that relation defined? I will show you now. So, current application details I want to see. What are the details of current application? Where can I go? I will show you. Application menu and definition. I told you, right? If you go to the definition of any rule, that means you are trying to get the details of that particular rule. Go to implementation application definition. These are the details of implementation application. Implementation application name is Liberty A, and for which the built-on application is there. What is the built-on application? Liberty I. This is where the relation built. See, this is a drop down, right? If you click on down arrow here on your keyboard, it will show so many applications. All applications that are available in platform will be shown here. I can change if I want to change, but I am not changing now. I'm just giving you information that you can change it if you want to change. And beside version number is there, right? You remove it and then click the down arrow. Whatever the number comes, you select it. No need to bother about it now. I'll tell you later that number and all. But when I go to the current application definition, I can see built-on application is being chosen as framework application. Did we choose it manually or it was already there? Already there. When it was being done, when you click on build from scratch, when you click on framework application, that time itself this link has been established and that is being shown here in the definition. Okay. For implementation application, when I go to implementation application rule form definition, I can see what is the built-on application for it. If I want to change, I can change, but I am not doing it. Next one. Now I need to see the definition of, I want to see the definition of framework application rule. Can you tell me how can I do that? Framework application definition I want to see. So what is the navigation? How would I proceed?
We should select that in the applications. We can select that framework.
Select
Usually, you need to log into framework application, click on application menu there and choose definition. It will open. That process is not needed now. That you know. See, from here itself, this is a framework application rule, right? Beside you have edit icon. If you click on this edit icon, this particular framework application definition will be opened. No need to log in there because from here I have access to everything, right? So framework application definition I am opening by clicking on edit icon. Here it will show the framework application name Liberty I, for which the built-on application is what? Theme Cosmos. Online students, am I audible? Online students.
Sir.
Okay, there is a power cut. That's why I wanted to check with you. When there is a power cut, there is a possibility it gets disconnected for 1 or 2 seconds. We will change the internet connection router, then it will be restored. So don't disconnect when it is disconnected from my side. So now again power has come. See here now. For framework application, what is the built-on application? Theme Cosmos. Actually, we did not discuss about this. Actually, this is not required. Leave it. Go one level means open Theme Cosmos. What is the built-on application? Pega rules. Actually, this is what we are expecting for framework. But in between, Theme Cosmos latest development has come into picture because I clicked on Theme Cosmos traditional architecture. But you don't need to keep that in your mind. You need to keep only 3 levels. Implementation built-on application is framework. Framework built on application is Pega rules. Open Pega rules application from here itself by clicking on it icon. Do you have any built on application for Pega rules? Is there any built on application for Pega rules? That's the ultimate bottom base foundation. So Pega platform, on top of it framework, business framework, on top of it business implementation. In between theme Cosmos is coming starting from 8 version only. Before it was not there. Okay. Okay, this is clear everyone. Now let's go to the problem. The problem is that you understand the relations, right? For that you have reverse engineered. Build from scratch you did for framework, that is as per the requirement, okay. But for implementation, actually you have to create it on top of framework. By mistake, we clicked on build from scratch and we created it. Now that is done. Now your framework as well as implementation both created separately on top of Pega platform only. We need to link these two now. How do I link these two? That for that you need to tell me the solution. Creation is completed, but afterwards we need to link them. Okay, because I did a mistake of creating it on top of Pega platform. Okay, I need to unlink it from Pega platform and link with framework. Framework is in Pega platform, is on Pega platform. Implementation is also on Pega platform. First one is as expected. Don't change anything. Second one is not as expected. For the second one, built on application, you may find theme Cosmos or Pega rules. You need to make it framework application. So for this, you need to tell me the solution. Where do I need to make the changes for this? Yeah, where do we need to make the changes?
All built on
Definitions. To change the definition.
ఇప్పుడు ఏమి నేర్చుకున్నారో వాట్ ఎవర్ దట్ యు హావ్ లెర్న్ జస్ట్ నౌ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దట్ యు నీడ్ టు థింక్. Yes, go ahead. Which application I need to log in? Log into implementation application and then do what?
Built on
Go to
Implementation
definition.
or implementation application, you will find the built on application like this. What you may find? Theme Cosmos.
Cosmos.
Here you will find 04.04 dot like this you will find. This is the existing one. What you need to do? Remove theme Cosmos, click the down arrow, choose Liberty I and remove this version, click the down arrow and you will be choosing this. I am not actually practically doing all this because we did not make any mistake. Suppose if you have made that, how to change it? That's what I am saying. See, yesterday you have learned forward engineering. Today you are learning the design and all, and you are trying to learn about reverse engineering plus change requests or enhancement, you can say. Everyone clear? I will give you one requirement now. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. We have these many applications. Application 1. On top of it, we have application 2. Clear everyone? And there are separate applications again. Application 4 and application. Okay, this is 4, this is 3. Understand everyone clear? These are two separate. On top of Pega platform, application 1 is there. You don't even need to bother about Pega platform. Application 1, on top of it, application 2. This is one structure. Another structure is application 3, on top of it, application 4 available. Okay. This is already running in the business. In Pega platform, these two are available. Everything is running. Business is now giving you a requirement. They told you this is the existing structure, but what is that we want is, we want application 1 as a base. Application 1. On top of it, we want application 3. We want what? Application 3. And on top of application 3, we want application 4. Clear everyone? So the result what I want is, I will write down here. The result what we want is, this one we want. Final result I want this. You understand? So they wanted to join these applications. మీరు ఈరోజే ఫస్ట్ క్లాసా? Today only first class. Okay, you can meet us after that. Okay, fine. But 9 o'clock రావాలి. Okay. చెప్పండి. This is the result we want. Where do you make the changes?
We need to keep application 1 as
and you tell me only one person online can respond. Anyone?
We need to keep application one
It's
as
not
well.
about framework implementation. Akkada choose application names, you have to say the application names. First to tell me, first point, where do you log in? That's the first question.
Application 1.
Perfect. First thing is you log into application 1. You logged into application 1. What do you do?
Go to
Select the
definition.
first one.
Application 2 and place application 3 in there. Then you will get how many levels? 3 levels only you will get. These 3 levels you will get. Okay, clear everyone? Next, what do you do? So you will be logging into application 1, remove this and place this one. If you place this, automatically that is already there. 4 is already on top of it. You will get first step, you will get this result. After this, where do you log in?
Application 4.
Application 4. You log into application 4 and do what? I'm sorry. After this is done, where do you log in?
One.
Not application 2. After this, you need to log into application 2 and choose the built-on application as 4. Done? Clear everyone? That's what you need. Clear everyone? It's easy to learn the forward engineering. Anyone can work on development as a developer from the scratch. Anyone can do that. That's not a big deal. The challenges will come into picture only when you are working on enhancements and change request. Clear everyone?
Sir, could you please repeat once again?
You don't need to bother about the answer. You need to bother about exactly where to log in, where to need, that idea you need to bother about, not the final solution. This is what we are expecting, right? You need to think this way. See here. This is the existing structure. This is the required solution.
Yes.
You can observe clearly. On top of 1, 2 is there, but we are expecting 3. Means we need to replace 2 with 3. Correct? Yes or no? Replacing 2 with 2 with 3, where we need to do? For 1 we need to do. If you log into 1, okay. I'm sorry. Am I missing?
So if you log into 3, we get application 1.
Correct. We need to think about the bottom. Sorry. I will explain again. So you need to log into 2. Where do you need to log in? I'll write down step by step. Step 1. Log in where? Log into
Application 1.
application. Log into application 4.
Application 3.
Application 3. Log into application 3. Okay, you need to log in here. For this bottom you need to make as 1, correct? Built on application. Application 3, there may be something else. Built on app, choose
Application
app
1.
1. Application, with that you will get the result.
1.
So log
Okay.
into application 3, step 1 result will be this one. So doing this, if you log into application 3 and choose the bottom application as 1, already
1.
here already 1 is there. On top of 1, 2 is there. If you choose 1, how do you get the result? How do you get the final result here? For
Log
application
into
1,
application 2.
for application 3, this one will come. So 2 is nowhere. For 2, 1 is there. Correct? Next, step 2. Where do you log in? Log into application 2.
2.
Application 2 you are going to log in. Then build on application is going to be
4.
4. App 4. Correct?
4.
For 2,
Yes, sir.
bottom what you need to choose? App 4. Then final result you will be getting this one. Because I have written 4 applications, it may be a little confusing. But if you are learning like this, then you will be able to easily understand. Clear everyone? So here, always you need to log into the application for which you need to select the built on. So top application you log in, bottom you select. Correct? Yes or no? Built on you will be selecting.
Yes, sir.
I have got a doubt.
Hold on. Let me finish it. See, there may be situations where you may need to join 2 applications, one on top of another, when both are individually running. then how do you achieve that requirement? If you are being given with the requirement, create application 1, create application 2 on top of application 1. Yesterday you learned it already. But if you got a requirement, 2 different applications running, you bring one on top of another. Then you need to know the relation between applications where the built-on application is being defined. For this reason, we have learned about built-on application concept. Understand? Everyone clear? So if I tell you with 2, you give me a solution. The person who was trying to ask a question, hold on. Application A, it has on top of it application B, means B is running on A. We have another application C, application C, separate application is there. Now the requirement is, we want like this. The requirement is application A, application B, and application C on top of it. Understand? So this is the existing design. C is standalone running, A is built on for B. Finally, what we want is, we want like this. First, you need to tell me where you log in. C you log in and choose the built-on application
login.
as B. C you log in, choose built-on application as B. Then automatically under that A is there. You understand with 3, don't go by 4. 3 you understand, fair enough. Then you can make it little complex later. 4 or 5. Now what is the question someone was trying to ask?
No, I was asking for the previous one. When you said application 2 will be built on application 4, then what about application 4? That also should be built on application 3, right? If that's the way.
Yes, we want this structure, that's why we achieved. See, for 4 what we have discussed, there may be 2 or more ways. Not only one approach that I have told you, step 1, step 2. You may change it in your own convenient way. Okay, I told you one approach. When there are 4, you may log in into this or that and choose accordingly. Okay, but this solution will work whatever we have shown here.
So applications,
okay.
We should log into application 4 for the built-on application 3.
Correct. Already it is there. If you want to make application 3 as built on, log into where? 4. Okay, and make the built-on application as 3. For this one, right? This is one way. There may be another way. If you may think in logging into different application also. That's up to you. Okay.
Okay.
You understand with 3? That is pretty much fair enough. Okay, because I don't want to get you confused now. See, this is what. See, when you are learning Pega, why I told this? I covered forward engineering, scratch from the development. Now I am covering either change request or enhancement, something like that. Okay, so we need to learn both. So the most important thing is always enhancements applications. See, it is a challenge for a developer to enhance or make changes to existing development which has been done by some other developer. So if you are doing everything from scratch, your own ideology. But if you are trying to enhance something which is already present, you need to enhance it matching with already existing development, which will be a challenge. You need to clearly understand. Your development should not disturb others' development in the past one. So we need to learn all the ways while learning Pega. Everyone clear? I will create a document for the same. Word document. So the screenshots I will give you. Application to application relation. Theory document is there actually. Okay. So application to application relation. Okay. And this one. So where can we find the built-on application relation for the current application? Always we think about current application. Current application means the application which you logged in. Let's look at the application hierarchy relation for our implementation, EFW. Okay, both. So login where? IMPL app. So if you log in the implementation application, this is what we are going to see. This is what you are going to see. I will save this document. Why it is not allowing? 606, right? Today's date is May 3. Okay. So log into implementation application and you'll see this. So click on application menu, then choose what? Definition. Then what it will open? It opens implementation application rule form details. It will open the implementation application rule form details. This is the one definition. This is called as rule form. What is this called as? Rule form. See, in Pega, everything is a rule. Application we created, right? That is a rule. Organization we created, right? That is a rule. Okay. So many other things got created. Those are also called as rules only. Okay. We will be learning slowly what is a rule technically. But here you go. Application menu and then choose definition. Give me 1 minute. Application rule, definition. So once you choose definition, it will open the rule form. So what you can see now? Built on application. Built on application is Liberty I, which is FW application. So this is the place where we can choose an application as built on application for other one. Okay, so there's a built on application for another one instead of saying other one for current. Okay, clear everyone? So this is the place where you can choose it. So now I want to see the built on application for framework application. Should I log into framework application?
No.
Now let's look at built on application of FW. For this no need to log into FW app. Instead, what we can do, from the edit icon, using the edit icon beside Liberty I, we can open the application rule form of FW app. So where do I need to click on this? So click on open icon. You can see on the screenshot also I have given that. Mouse will not come in the screenshot, but that icon is open icon. This is open, this is delete icon. Open icon I am clicking. Actually here you will find one additional thing, right? As I told you. What is built on application? App is theme Cosmos. Okay, now open theme Cosmos definition. Open theme Cosmos definition. How do I open? How do I open this definition? Click on edit icon. Same thing. Edit icon. Open icon or edit icon. So what is the built on application? We can see built on app for FW app is ultimately Pega rules. That is called as Pega platform. Display name is Pega platform. If I open Pega rules, is built on application. Open Pega rules app. There is no built on application. That means what? Pega platform is the ultimate base application, base foundation.
Harsha, one question. Sorry,
So,
one thing.
hold on. So this is how you can navigate current application to built on. Built on you open, again go to built on, like that till you reach Pega rules process command, Pega rules application, you will find the hierarchy structure. Go ahead. What is the question?
Yeah. So when we are saying the hierarchy is like app 1, then on top of that app 2, then on top of that app 3. So can I say app 1 is the framework and app 2 and app 3 are implementation?
No. App 1 on top of it app 2, on top of it app 3 means app 3 is implementation, app 2 is framework for app 3 and app 1 is framework for app 2.
So app 2
Implementations will
will,
not come as bottom applications. It will come
no.
side by side.
So my question is, for app 1 being a framework, app 2 is framework plus implementation.
No,
Then
you should
how
not
do we?
see. Implementations simply speaking will be the topmost, will never come at a bottom line. If it is coming at bottom means you are trying to create common rules, right? Common rules, right? Then why do you create it at the bottom? Why do you make it implementation? You should make it as a framework only. Framework
Okay.
layers can be n number. Okay,
Okay.
once you reach the top level of framework, implementation 1, beside that implementation 2, beside that implementation 3, like that you need to create. Okay, I'll show you. Hold on.
Yeah, please. Can you show me diagrammatically?
See here, you have FW1, FW2. Now this is a one. Implementation 1, implementation 2, implementation 3. This is how you need to create. Okay, this is one framework. This is framework 2. What about this one? Implementation 1, implementation 2, implementation 3. On top of it, again, you don't create. Implementation will be the ultimate one where business will start. Clear? Clear?
Okay. So yeah. So
You
frameworks
should not
go on
say,
top of each other,
you should, yes, you should not
and
say this
implementations
has
go beside
framework
this.
plus implementation. You should not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a wrong interpretation.
Okay. So if I take an example of this app 1, app 2, and app 3, so if app 1 is the base, app 2 is the base again, and then we will say, for example, app 3, app 4, app 5, those are implementations on side of each
Correct.
other.
App 1, app 2, app 3, app 4, app 5.
Yeah, so
Framework. It's the
those
bottom
will
one.
be having.
On top of it, second framework. These three are implementations.
So those implementations are having the framework of app 2.
Yes, these three implementations have framework of app 2. App 2 has another
But
framework of app 1. These three
what if
implementations can
we,
access from here as well as here.
yeah, so what if we have to create a implementation of app 1? We can do that?
This is implementation for app 1 as well, right?
Okay, okay,
This can
fine.
access even app 1. Okay.
Okay, so we don't have to have separate one. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. What is your question? Done. Okay. See
Yeah,
now.
Harsha, one question.
Yeah, what is the question?
So, implementation application will not allow another implementation application on top of that?
May allow, but you see, usually it will not be shown. When you are creating application, there are some options shown, right? Those are all frameworks only. You will not get implementation there. Either you have to go build from scratch or you have to go from another framework. There is no way implementations will be displayed there. But if you are choosing another implementation here, that's a wrong design. After creation is done, you go and take another implementation and make it as a built-on application. The design will be wrong. Okay, so
Okay,
we
so
need to, some
what,
of the things we need to follow. System will not restrict.
okay, so what I'm going to ask is two implementation applications are there built on framework application and they are running in parallel. I want to
Correct.
inherit one more implementation application which will have the functionality of already
See,
existed two
for
implemented
this type
applications.
of questions, when you are asking, you need to know about the business first. Tell me any business where you have one implementation and on top of it another implementation. Take any business and tell me one example. Where you have an implementation which will make transactions, plus it has one more child implementation which will make transactions. Tell me with respect to business, then we will talk
Okay.
about it. It's not
Yeah,
about
sure.
diagram. You say implementation, I'll place framework, I'll place on top of implementation, and it's not like cakes. We will place one on top of another. Think about the business and tell me where you have two implementations, one on top of another. Take any business and tell me.
Yeah, okay. I will get back.
Okay. Okay. So you should not be looking at technology as a technology simply learning. Compare technology with reality. Technology should achieve the real world design or structure. That is a important thing, main thing. So why you guys did not ask me like, can I create framework on implementation? Why you did not ask that question? You are asking implementation on top of implementation. Why you did not ask me, can I create a framework on top of implementation? Why you did not ask this? If you look at diagram as a diagram of cakes and all, you will get this type of doubt also. First, think real world, what is the need? So as per real world, we are able to create or not. We should make our system design exactly matching with real world. Something is provided in real world which is not being achievable by technology, then there is no use of the technology. Correct? Technology not meeting 100% real world requirements may not be useful. Correct? You cannot design or develop your business half of using some technology. Correct? Only 50% of the business can be implemented by our technology. Can you please purchase it? No, we don't purchase. Correct? So always you need to think about the real world business. Real world, what do you have? So what do you have in the reality that is being achievable or not? Exactly matching with real world structure, your technology should be utilized. Okay. So we cannot see in the real world anywhere one implementation is there on another implementation. We can never see that. That is impossible. If there is a transaction that is running in one implementation, that means that's the ultimate and starting triggering point of the business. Okay. The triggering point of the any business is suppose it is a sales business, sales. What is the sales place where the business transactions are done? That is implementation, under which there will not be any other implementation doing sub sales. Clear, everyone? Okay, so let's talk about further. We are going to talk about other topics. What are the topics that we are going to look at? I will tell you topics. I will write here. That will be day 4. Okay, but I will give you just an idea. See, encapsulation, OOPS concepts. I'll write down here, OOPS concepts. Okay, that encapsulation, class, inheritance, same order I will teach. Types of classes, up to these OOPS concepts, right? There are even some other concepts, we will get it while we are working on other topics in future. Now, 5th one is going to be inheritance in Pega. Inheritance in Pega. Okay. And its types, comma, purpose. Okay. So these are the topics we are going to discuss about. See, you may feel like I know about all these things. Okay, you may be knowing about encapsulation, class, inheritance up to here, types of classes also. This you don't know. This you will be able to understand only when you know about these 4. But these 4 also, it's not like what is class. Class is a blueprint of object, or object is blueprint of class. Not by definitions. We need to know about what is class, what is inheritance, what are types of classes in real world. Exactly. Okay. If I ask you what is an abstract class cannot be instantiated. If you say that you will get 2 out of 2 marks, doesn't mean you are technically you understand, you are having understanding about abstract classes. No. What is concrete class? It can be instantiated, it will have transaction. No, that's not the way to simply learn by definitions. We should have a clear focus and clear understanding about when to use abstract classes in the real world, when to use concrete classes in the real world. That's what we need to focus and learn. Today, the last topic will be organization structure. What is the last topic? Organization structure. I can finish it in 10 minutes. See, basically, when we are going to set up a business, it should have a proper structure of design where the topmost business entity is called organization. Under organization, we have division 1, division 2, and so on, a number of divisions. Under each division, we may have unit 1, unit 2, okay. And under this division, we may have unit 3, unit 4, like this. Okay, we may have structure like this: organization, division, unit, subunit 1, subunit 2, possible. Okay, I will tell you by diagram. See here, you take any business, So see here, I will show you one diagram for organization structure. I'll open this. See, the organization structure that we are going to discuss now, it will be useful while we are discussing about classes and types of classes. Okay, so far what we learn about application and its connection between two applications, that is over. Keep it aside from your mind. This is a fresh one. See, organization is the topmost business entity. Let's take insurance business. Hano Insurance is topmost organization. Under that, we have different divisions: auto, human, and property. Under each division, we have different units. Under auto, personal auto, commercial auto, personal vehicle, commercial vehicle. Under human, health, life. You may have animal also, one more division. Under animal, you may have different types of animals being mentioned. Animal may be, I don't know about it, but it may be water related or it may be earth related. Okay. So property, home, you may add some other organization also here. Some company like property related to commercial, personal property, commercial property. It may be anything like that. Just I mentioned only one, home. If this is an insurance business organization structure at a high level is like this: organization, division, unit. This is the ultimate one. Units may have subunits, it can be extended generally. Okay, but I have written the structure as organization, division, units. Organization usually will be only one, topmost business entity. Organization may have a number of divisions. Divisions may have a number of units. This is the structural design. Listen to this point carefully. Units are the ones where business transactions gets initiated and processed, closed finally. I will tell you one example. Okay, let's take an example of one organization as movie making. Okay, see, there is what do you call it? I don't know much about this. Producer, movie making, production house will be there, right? What does a production house will be doing? They will be making the movies. They will make the movie, and the movie, once they make it, they are going to give it to next level. Whom they are going to give it to next level? Movie maker will be only one. He will be making movie and distribute this one to distributors. Those are all divisions. Region 1, one distributor. Region 2, one distributor. Region 3, these are all divisions. Distributor will send it to cinemas. Cinemas means theaters. Okay, so multiple theaters he will be sending it. Now you wanted to watch a movie. So if you purchase a movie ticket, that is what a transaction that is going to be done, correct? Where do you initiate this transaction? In the cinemas, theaters, or you directly go to distributor and ask him to make a transaction, or you directly go to production house and make him make a transaction? What are you going to do? So the unit places are the actual place where the transaction will get triggered, initiated, processed, and then closed. You will get the ultimate product, whatever you are looking for. What about divisions and organization? What do they do? Division and organization are going to supply the necessary components required for the units in order to make the business. Yes or no? So units are being supplied with the required things from divisions and organization. You can take another example. A manufacturing company is there. Tata Motors is manufacturing all the vehicles. If you directly go to Tata Motors and ask them, I want to purchase a car, are they going to initiate the transaction? No. Okay, you have, okay, let's say you are going to distributor of Tata Motors, district level. You're going to distributor. You directly go to distributor and ask them, I want to purchase Tata car. That is a division actually. They will not be selling you. They will tell you, please go, there is an outlet in your city, they will sell you. You go to the city outlet, that is the actual place, unit, business unit, where the sales will happen. That's what the actual business transaction gets initiated. Units will get the supply from where? Divisions. Divisions will get from organization. Clear everyone? Online students, everyone clear? See, this division has announced 5% of discount. Will that be applicable to health? This will be applicable to personal vehicle as well as commercial vehicle. This will not be applicable to health because health is not related to auto, this particular division. So any functional components that are available at organization level can be accessed everywhere across the entire business. If you have anything placed at organization, that will be accessible everywhere, entire business. If you have a component placed at division, that will be accessible only to the connected units, not to other units of other division. If you have a component placed at unit, that will be accessible only to that particular unit. Keep this in mind. We are going to discuss about classes plus inheritance, right? Combinedly, this diagram will come once again. Clear everyone? This one clear everyone? Online students. So I just given you an example of organization structure because in our application it is created. I will show you later. Okay. So when we create application, what is the organization created? You can tell me. You know that. LIBE, live. LIBE, live is the organization created. Division, div, unit, unit. Same name we have created. I will show you later. So for any business, there should be a proper structure of design. Yes or no? That proper structure of design, it will be like organization, division, unit. Organization is the topmost entity. Divisions are connected to organization. Each division can have one or more units. Okay. Any functional components that are available at organization are accessible everywhere. Any functional components that are available at division will be accessible to the connected units only. Any component available at unit will be accessible only to that particular unit, not to the other unit. Siblings, no sharing here. Okay, clear everyone? Online students. So today, two topics we discussed. One is understanding the relation between framework and implementation application. That is built on application relation with current application. We have reverse engineered and looked at that place where it is defined. First part. Second one, we discussed about organization structure. And we are not simply discussing about all these. We have to discuss about all this only in comparison with real world. In comparison with real world. Okay, clear everyone? While discussing about these topics, OOTS concepts, it's not like what you have learned in your college. Okay, even if you have 5 years of experience on Java strong skills, still we can see that you will not be able to answer the questions which I am going to ask you while explaining this. Because usually people do not think about the real world, that they always think about technology as a syntaxes. That's wrong. Technology is not about syntaxes remembering. Technology is all about real world. Who understands the real world business structure, technology is nothing for them. They can use it in different ways. Okay. If you want to be a good technical person, always you should have a best business knowledge, understanding about the business, its structure, its design. Then only you can be a good technical person. Then only your ideology will be improved. Syntaxes, anyone learning same syntaxes, but how you use that combinations, that's what actually learning and understanding the business point of view. We'll see that slowly you will be learning. Everything we cannot learn on the same day. Okay. Everyone clear online so far?
Harsha, I have one quick question, Harsha.
Go ahead, please.
At once, can you open the browser, like the Pega browser once?
Pega platform. Okay.
Yeah, platform. So Harsha, like actually, Liberty A is an implementation, right?
Correct.
And I is framework, same as like Pega rules. So if we did not define anywhere this should be the implementation. This is a framework. So we have
We define while creating application, we have chosen the option as
framework.
implementation or framework that can never be changed. We have
Okay.
chosen it.
And
Okay.
Harsha, my question was actually, so suppose I will be creating one more application, we can say as state form, and can I give the built-on application Liberty A for that state form application, Harsha?
No, you should not give. See, system will not do everything for us. There is a human involvement, knowledge, understanding, and all. Correct?
Yes,
When
Harsha.
you are doing something, you know whether it is right or wrong before you do
Yes.
it. If it is right, you do it. If it is wrong, you don't do it. If you are placing implement Liberty A as a built-on application for another application,
Okay.
system may accept, suppose. But is that the right way of designing? Your involvement also should be there, right? Is that right way of design? System can understand only syntaxes. It cannot understand everything. So your business, how it will understand its structure, it cannot understand, right? Exactly the real world, how business exists. The same way a developer should be creating. You should not deviate it. Okay.
Okay.
So if you make Liberty A as built on for another application, with respect to the real world, it doesn't make sense at all. Means previously while creating Liberty A, you selected as implementation, right? That was wrong. That was wrong. You would have done it as framework. Then you can make it as a built on for another application. It's all
Because why?
about our knowledge and our
Because
skill.
I am asking this question because suppose you have implemented some product and I want your features in my application. So what I will do means but I have my own future. So if I create my application on top of your application, like built on application, then the reusability will be good, right? Like that's where like framework was based for reusability purpose, right? So that's why I'm asking
Framework will be reused as reusable. Okay. You already created as implementation, right? Why did you create? Because you will initiate the business transactions there, correct?
yes.
So in a framework place, why you will initiate business transactions? If you are initiating business transactions, how do you make it as a framework again?
Okay.
How do you make it generally? You don't make it as a framework. You would have made it as an you have made it as implementation because you are initiating business transactions. Now why do you choose it as framework? That is wrong. Okay, you should not be going in that approach.
So the OOTB function was a Pega rules, right, Harsha?
Correct.
So because
That is
we
framework.
are framework, because I think Harsha maybe tomorrow sections when we are going can, because I'm not I'm not convinced because why we can't use, can you while real time while we are working, can you explain that, Harsha,
It's not about why we can't use. See, the problem with anyone who is learning technology, problem is this one only. They learn technology, they look at technology as syntaxes, structures provided by technology. They never think about the real world. How many people never think about? 99.9% of people out of 1,000 only will bother about reality. When they are teaching you Java or C language, anyone told you about real life, it will be like this, the same I want to implement in C language. They did not tell you. For loop, it will loop through 1 to 10, it will loop through and execute steps multiple times. Where do you need for loops in reality? No one has told you. Where do you need integrations in reality? Where do you need matrices in reality? Where do you need derivations in real world? Did you learn all these while learning derivations and integrations? Matrices while learning, did you ask your teacher about where we use matrices in our real life? But you know about matrices, you got 100 out of 100 marks. Is there any use of learning like this? That is the problem. You looked at matrices as mathematics only. You did not look at mathematics in the reality. That's why you are learning only syntaxes and one or two formulas and you apply to get the marks. Real world, where do I need integrations? I want to apply integration. That's why integrations exist. If it is not needed in real world, are you going to learn about integrations in? Will there be any invention of integrations in mathematics? No, right? We have learned mathematics as mathematics subject. We did not learn mathematics as real world. That's the problem. You are learning technology as a technology by its structure. You're not learning the technology comparing with the real world. You need to apply actually this technology in the real world. Where? If you understand this point, then you will know the correct way of design, correct way of implementation, correct way of thought process you will be getting. Clear, everyone? You understand what I am saying? That's the way to learn anything. Okay. So if you are learning anything, you need to look back, where do I need it in my real life, day-to-day life? Where do I need it? If you know this, then only you will be able to understand, to know how to properly utilize a technology in a right way. Using it right way or wrong way is in your hands. Yes or no? Okay. So you are creating implementation. On top of it, if you place one more application, is there any meaning of making it as implementation with respect to real world? If you're doing this, system may allow. Okay, but it is not cope up with real world. Means you are not knowledgeable. You're not knowledgeable. This will not work out in the reality. Okay, it will fail in the real world business. So that's why anything you are learning, you need to know about why it is being used in the real world and where it is being used in the real world. Then you start doing a requirement and implement it. Then you will learning technology of how to use and how to use with respect to the real world is important. Okay, so that's how you need to think. Then you will not get this type of doubts or questions. Okay, so you can place implementation on top of another implementation you have placed, but is there any meaning of doing like that? Is it meaningful? That is not meaningful at all. We are doing something which is not meaningful. Okay, yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Uh,
One by
Previously, you had an example, sir, like app two, app one, app two, app three, app four. So can we see app one as framework application and app two, app
See,
four,
it is very simple. Whatever the applications, bottoms are implementations. While asking you about app 1, app 2, app 3, I did not tell you what is implementation, what is framework. I just told you those are applications. Okay, I did not tell you that time this is framework, this is implementation, place on top. I did not tell you that. I just asked you that question. Just you need to know where to link and where to unlink. That time I did not raise a question point like this is implementation, this is framework. Don't think like that. If it is implementation, it can never be a bottom application. If you make it as a bottom application, your design is wrong. Okay, your design doesn't fit the real world. Hold on. Clear? The female person.
Yes, sir.
Another person.
Yes,
Someone
sir.
was trying to ask a question. Okay. You understand now
Harsha,
how it
here
is to be a trainer? Learner, it is very easy. Okay. Being a trainer, it is very difficult. Go ahead.
So Harsha, here organization division unit is there, right? So organization is Pega rules, division is
No,
framework,
don't
and
compare with applications. I did not compare with our applications, right? Did I compare with our applications? I did not compare. Suppose if you want to compare, Pega rules will be the organization, framework will be division, unit will be implemented. If you compare, but don't come. That has to be compared with something else. I'll tell you. Okay, that cannot be compared with applications. Okay, but if you compare also, no problem. Okay, but don't say it out. So from last class, someone was trying to ask a doubt or question at the very beginning of this session. What was that? The person is there. Is that been sorted out? Okay. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about these things. See, it is very easy to understand about these concepts. But in the reality, when we are trying to apply while hands-on, you need to know how to make use of these concepts while practically doing. Anyone can understand this concept: inheritance, parent to child, anything that is available in parent can be accessible to child, but not vice versa. 2 out of 2 marks. In the real application, no, I don't know where to apply, how to apply. That's the problem. So while we are going through these topics, it will be pretty much clear to all of you. But while practically doing, you'll get a lot of questions about this. So that time you need to review back and go through it once again. We have one more doubt. What is it?
We have an option add application under build on application.
Okay, you can have more than one, right?
More than one. That means implementation application is connected to 2 frameworks.
That option is there, but don't go to that. Now they will ask so many directions. That's, I know till what level I have to teach. Okay, at what moment. And situation layer cake, right? Simple. Situation layer cake means enterprise framework, business implementation. That is situation layer cake. Okay, you can have more than one business framework. Okay, but don't go by too many directions at the initial stages. Okay, you look at only 1 or 2 angles. Pretty much fair enough. Okay, you want to learn application to application relation, take 3, you'll understand better. Take 4, you'll understand somewhat okay. Take 5, whatever you understand, that will be gone. Okay, so take 5 only when you become expert. Okay, fine, we'll continue tomorrow. I will be attaching these documents in the class notes. Yes, go ahead.
Harsha, one last question.
Yes, please.
So we discussed like if we log in with implementation operator ID, we can go ahead and change the built-in applications for the framework and then the sub framework, right?
Okay.
So those kind of permissions can have for
See,
the implementation operator IDs. Is that good? Can we
usually,
restrict that?
yes, usually there will be permissions given by roles, not by the level. Okay, there will be a concept called role. I'm an operator. I log into implementation, and my director also can log into implementation. My director permissions are different. My permissions are different. So where you log in, that may be restricted a little bit, but role level permissions will be taking the key role. Okay. So my director login, he can do anything. If I log in, I have a limited access. Okay. But if you log into implementation, you are trying to make changes to framework. Okay. This may not be actually good. You may restrict this if you want to restrict.
That we can restrict.
Okay, by access level. This may not be good. If you want to restrict, you can restrict everything. Okay. So there will be center of excellence team who will be working on framework. Only those people should be able to modify. If you go and modify, you may have access, but you should not modify. You should know your limitations. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
But instead of making you knowing about your limitations, we can restrict also. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So we learned
Harsha,
about yesterday the concept of applications. Today also we learn the concept of application. Yesterday to today, the most important thing is today's one. Anyone can do the yesterday's one. That's not 100% learning. That is just 30% learning. The 70% remaining you learn today only by knowing about that relations by reverse engineering. This is 70%. That is just 30% forward engineering. Okay. Go ahead.
Harsha, like for example, framework class will have some different organization, and implementation class will have different organization. Is there an impact both of?
No. See, the possibility is there for the framework implementation to have different organizations. Okay. There will not be any impact. There will not be any problem. Okay. We can have inheritance relations defined one to another, even though names are different. Components are different, but I related those two. I have given a link between those two. Possible or not possible to access. That is there. That's why even though it can be different name, different entity, no problem. Two different entities, can we connect or not? We will connect by inheritance. That's what we will learn. So it can have different organizations, but today if you are joining any projects, 95% you will see same organization. You will not see different organization. Only 5% of applications where they are using built-in frameworks, they may be different, but even though different inheritance relations will be defined. So you'll be learning slowly one by one. Okay, but see, at the time of we are going through the class, the understanding may be very easy, pretty much clean and plain, clear. But at the time of practice hands-on, you will get a lot of doubts and questions. That time, whoever is going to review back the subject, the theory documents and all, again diagrammatically draw and try to understand, they will be able to achieve and learn best. Whoever is trying to depend just only asking the doubt, their friend and all getting clarified, they may not be able to learn it better. Always self-help. If you are revising by yourself and trying to understand and then gain the knowledge, then you will be number one. Very few times you need to ask your the person beside you. Okay. Fine. I'm going to close the meeting. Thank you for joining everyone. We'll continue tomorrow.